remember how to box, and try to get sharp all in 2 months. And I don't even know how my body's gonna react. And it wasn't reacting. Every 2 days, it would just shut down.
What's really happening inside Ryan Garcia's camp for Mario Barrios is something much of the boxing world has missed. Once you hear what's unfolded in these final weeks, the fight looks different, because on the surface, people see highlight clips, press conference moments, and social media posts. But behind the scenes, there's another story, one few are talking about. And the details coming out are so unexpected that even hardcore boxing fans may be stunned by what's been happening away from the cameras. It starts with what made so many people stop and look twice. Garcia has been training inside his luxury Los Angeles mansion, marble floors, spotless white walls, posting clips that, to critics, look more like a fashion shoot than preparation for the biggest fight of his career. The footage showed Garcia working mitts in what looked like a living room. Pristine floors, high-end decor in the background, no packed gym, no traffic, no fighters passing by, just King Rai alone, framed by white walls, doing his work in isolation. And when those clips hit the internet, the reaction wasn't mild, it was explosive. IBF champion Richardson Hitchens saw the videos and immediately went public. On social media, he posted a message that spread fast through the boxing world. "Ryan Garcia don't even look like he getting ready for a championship fight. You be pissing me smooth off."
So I was like literally in the corner, like sitting there watching. I'm like, this guy don't have, if you're sitting there waiting, just playing waiting game with Ryan, he's not gonna punch because he needs you to be fair
that
first.
Twitchy hook.
Yeah, he needs you to come to him to throw that hook. He's looking for the hook.
Here's what most people missed about Hitchens' outburst. It wasn't just a random fighter tossing out an opinion. Hitchens has been openly talking about moving up to welterweight in 2026, and Ryan Garcia is exactly the kind of marquee name that could make that move matter, financially and career-wise. So when Hitchens sees a potential future money fight training in a living room against white walls, it hits him on two levels. It's boxing concern, sure, but it's also business anxiety. That frustration is personal and professional at the same time, and almost nobody said that part out loud. Connor Ben then raised the same question from a different angle, using Mario Barrios as the comparison point. Ben pointed to Barrios as the kind of fighter who lives in the gym during camp, stacking round after round with structure and repetition, while Garcia's footage can look more like content creation than championship preparation.
You lot think I'm joking? I bet any money Barrios stops Garcia. I bet you any money. I'm not even joking. Barrios stops Garcia. He's going to fumble the bag, so I need to make my money back on him. Any money stops Garcia. I am 100% confident. Taking bets.
That contrast became one of the loudest storylines in boxing circles. But then analyst Greg Hackett dropped a detail that almost slipped past the mainstream. Hackett said that during this very camp, with February 21 right around the corner, Garcia was spotted on late-night streams, online with content creators instead of staying fully locked into preparation mode. Hackett didn't hide his frustration. It's hard to talk about the Garcia versus Barrios fight when he's on late night with streamers. He should be focused, because if he wins, he'll be champion at 147.
I mean, Ryan Garcia, I don't know if I can trust Ryan Garcia. And the last time I seen Ryan Garcia, he was losing to Rulli. No disrespect to him or Rulli, but Rulli had just switched trainers and Rulli looked really good. But Ryan Garcia showed me he doubts himself. You know what I mean? I can't gamble on a guy like that. Now, I'm going to be honest.
That late-night streaming detail barely made headlines, but think about what it implies. A fighter just weeks from a world title fight, spending nights on live streams instead of prioritizing sleep, recovery, and the mental discipline required for the biggest moment of his career. To critics, that doesn't look like do or die. It looked like confirmation, and it gave every doubter fresh ammunition. But here's what almost nobody connected at the time. In January, Ryan Garcia and David Benavidez ended up in the same gym together, and people familiar with that session say it revealed something more interesting about what Garcia has been building away from the cameras. Work that didn't make it into the mansion clips, but may matter far more once the bell rings. Two of boxing's biggest, most explosive names, both chasing world title fights in 2026, ended up in the same gym, putting in real work side by side. The brief footage that surfaced was rare, and it looked nothing like the marble floor clips. Because David Benavidez is seen as one of the sport's most physically dominant, pressure-heavy, hard-hitting fighters operating at welterweight right now, that time in the gym gave Garcia something he can't fake for the camera: the feel of championship-level force coming forward without pause. If Ryan needed to experience relentless pressure before stepping in with Barrios, that session offered it in a way regular sparring partners simply can't replicate. And that detail reframes the entire home training narrative. The living room videos sparked doubt. The Benavidez work hints at a different reality: serious rounds happening in private, away from social media, away from the noise. But even that isn't the most explosive storyline coming out of this camp. The real story is about the man who is not training Ryan Garcia right now, and what that man is doing instead. Because this is where the camp drama moves into a different gear. Joe Goosen trained Garcia for 3 of the most important fights of his career from 2022 to 2023. He was in Ryan's corner. He helped build the strategy sessions, and he learned the details: every preferred combination, every defensive habit, every reflex that shows up when Garcia is under real pressure, and every little tell that doesn't appear in highlight clips.
Ryan and I have briefly talked about that, and what was the actual game plan? What was the actual discussion before we walked out to the fight in terms of what we had been gearing towards the whole camp?
Then, in late 2025, Mario Barrios hired Joe Goosen specifically to prepare for this fight against Garcia.
We're like, you know what? I need a new voice in there. Like, I need something different, something new with Joe.
Yeah, no, I sat down with Luis de Cubas Jr. Back in like October, and we're just kind of just like trying to decide, what direction that we're gonna move in. The last couple camps, they haven't been the like smoothest, for their own reasons.
When Garcia learned Goosen was now training Barrios, he didn't frame it as business or coincidence. He called Goosen a traitor on camera. Garcia went further, accusing him of being a mole who deliberately leaked information about a cracked rib to Gervonta Davis's team before their 2023 knockout loss. Garcia claimed there were only 2 people in the gym when it happened, then implied his father would never talk, before pointing at the guy with the Canadian tuxedo.
We're done. Yeah, I'm breaking up with you again.
Now, how did I do that?
You just broke my heart. Just move on.
All right. Well, I thought I was being.
No, you were being sweet.
I thought I was being courteous and generous, and that's what I'm trying to be here. And I hope you don't take offense to it.
Big boxing update coming soon. Subscribe and turn on notifications.